Welcome back, everyone, to another LEGO Star Wars discussion video. And today I have something that, if it comes true, I feel like it might disappoint a lot of us, okay? Really quickly before we get into this video, I do want to just ask you guys, how cold is it near you? Because it's freezing near me. It's like -5 today. It was like -11 last night when I was out. Just comment down below how cold it is near you, man, since I'm freezing over here, all right, in Northwest Indiana. But let's go ahead and get into the actual topic here. So this regards anniversaries, okay? So, of course, LEGO Star Wars has been around for 25 years, and really up until about 2009, of course, LEGO wasn't really celebrating any, direct anniversaries. '09, we got a couple kind of like special edition, 10th anniversary, kind of things, or stuff they did, in particular. Then kind of fast forward to 2019, of course, we had the 20th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars itself. And then, we've had some other scenarios where, they celebrate the OT, as in, the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. I believe they did 40 years of Empire Strikes Back as well with an actual logo. But nonetheless, anniversaries have been a little up in the air, all right, over the past 25 years. Up until recently, they really never had any rhyme or reason. They would kind of just throw some stuff out there that kind of made sense. It would correlate to, back when I think they put Phantom Menace sets out, like when Phantom Menace was coming out in 3D. And, but, nothing was like branded necessarily under that. But really up until the 2020s here, which this is what I'll be talking about. Of course, we've had more and more kind of labels and logos on these sets. All right, we had the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi last year. We had the 20 years of Clone Wars, which that I really got to say was probably more of just like a Disney move, because I really feel like Disney was probably like, all right, look, dude, success of Clone Wars Season 7. There's a lot of Clone Wars fans out there. We got to slap something out there. It's a little awkward to do like 15 years of the '08 series, and even then I feel like maybe they don't want to completely cut out the 2003 series, although it's not canon. But then they said, all right, let's do 20 years of Clone Wars, kind of base it off the original, '03 version, but then literally do no products off of it. I'm not too sure what kind of a move that was. I wish, really no companies did '03 products. I think Hasbro did some '03 characters, but I don't even think those were last year. I think those were like 2021 or 2022. Maybe they were last year, but nonetheless, LEGO themselves did no 2003 Clone Wars products. All right, and basically what I'll be talking about today is the 20-year anniversary of Revenge of the Sith that would be in 2025. Next year, the movie came out in 2005, and why I think, all right, and it's definitely kind of a 180 switch. Just this time last week, I was thinking, all right, look, they got to do something for next year, right? But a lot of people have brought it up, and I've been talking to a couple people kind of behind the scenes, a couple of my friends, and I'm really kind of under the assumption now, next year in 2025, we might not get a 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, and here's why. So basically, I'm going to put the prequels all in one category. Again, the OT is kind of its own beast. LEGO themselves, Disney themselves, of course, put those at a higher standard. They cater a little bit more to them, whether we want to, deny it or not. They really do. And even then, those movies have an extra 15, 20 years, under their belt, where once you start getting up into like the 30-year mark, the 40-year mark, the 50-year mark soon, that's a lot more prestigious than a 15, a 20, or a 25. But, 20 and 25 are still big numbers. In my opinion, 25 being bigger than 20. And this is where I'm getting at. So in 2019 was technically the 20th anniversary of Phantom Menace, and in 2019 there was basically nothing involved in that movie. All right. The toughest part is forever the Phantom Menace and and the anniversary of the LEGO Star Wars theme itself will always be hand in hand. So it's a little, in 2019 they did a couple Phantom Menace things, but not a lot. I'm looking at it. I mean, they did the Pod Racer, set. They did the Pod Racer polybag. They did the Naboo Starfighter polybag, and only 2 out of the 3 were branded under 20th anniversary. All right, but that was just of the theme itself. All right, the Naboo Starfighter polybag was the only thing that was Episode 1 related. All right, but it had no branding, where you could technically say, all right, maybe they made this in particular to really go alongside the 20th anniversary of Phantom Menace, but there was no logo on it. Fast forward to 2022, all right, the 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones, same thing. There's only a couple things that are technically based off that movie, but again, no logo, no branding, no advertising. They had the Clone Command Station, which of course, is technically episode 2. And then they had the Obi-Wan Starfighter, all right, which was a phenomenal set. Very nice little piece right there. And they did nothing, to actually, kind of advertise that was Attack of the Clones. They kind of just had those out there as regular sets. And of course, there was 30 other sets that weren't based off episode 2. So this is where I'm getting at. Those are both 20th anniversaries, and they virtually did nothing. All right, definitely no logos, nothing crazy. Going into 2025, are we about to get the exact same thing? Because it is still just the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. I'm not doubting for a second that we might get, again, maybe a couple little pieces of something. Maybe an Anakin's Interceptor poly bag. All right, maybe 2 or 3 sets that are technically episode 3 based, but there's no logo on them. They're not making a big deal out of it. And then we're going to save it until the 25th anniversaries, because this year, 2024, is the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace, as well as the actual LEGO Star Wars theme, okay? And this year, unlike in 2019, they are doing 2 separate celebrations, all right? They're having their own logo, their own sets, based off the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace, and then also their own sets and their own logo based off the 25th anniversary of the LEGO Star Wars theme itself. This year, there's a difference, okay? So, going into like 2020, will that be 2027, for the 25th of the Attack of the Clones, that's where I'm starting to think, there's no other actual celebration for that year, of any like notoriety, although I guess, no, that's 50, is that 50 years of A New Hope as well? All right, damn. So I went down for a second in 2027, right? 23 and 27. Yeah, that's 50. Okay, so in 2027, we might see it where, of course, maybe A New Hope takes a definitely bigger leap there. That's the 50 years. That's half of a century. That's massive there. But 2027 might be the logo and branded for episode 2, and then also logo and branded for episode 4, and then going into 2030. That might be our first time getting a true, Revenge of the Sith, branded, 25th anniversary. Give us some dioramas, give us, 5 or 6 actual sets, all based off of it, because it would be a little weird, man, if episode 3, although again, I think all of us get it. I think even Disney, I think even Lego, I think all of us can agree. Public opinion of the prequels is episode 3 is through and through the best movie. People like it the most. It's the most rewatchable. People have the most appreciation for it. It's the best done movie, the best written movie. Visually, probably the best prequel as well. And I don't know necessarily if that equates to Lego themselves wanting to double dip that close and kind of break the lineage of like, all right, why celebrate 25 years of Phantom Menace but not the 20th, and then just go into 20th of episode 3. I understand, again, we're going to get to a point here very, very soon where Lego is, and Star Wars itself will technically have an anniversary like of something every year, man. Think about it. 10, 15 years from now, there's going to be 2, 3 things every single year that you could classify. 10th anniversary of the Star Wars Resistance show, the 20th anniversary of Jedi Fallen Order, man. There's going to be a time where it's, the 10-year anniversary and 25th anniversary of the Young Jedi Adventure series, man. So come a point, next year also is the Force Awakens 10 year. I personally don't think they're going to do anything crazy. I don't think they're really going to like brand it heavy. I think if they put something out like a race speeder for like $30, I think that's going to suffice. But, other than that, and let me know down below, what do you guys think? How does Lego have to start executing these anniversaries? Because in my opinion, Lego's been doing a pretty poor job at it. The stuff the stuff that they're actually using as anniversary material, they're not even making stuff based off of it. And there's been a couple good ones. I think like Return of the Jedi was probably their best well executed actual anniversary celebration so far. And then of course 20 years of Star Wars itself. I think they really did, or of Lego Star Wars itself, I think they did a really nice job there. But I'm starting to think, man, next year's not going to be as episode 3 heavy as we were once thinking. And I think, one good thing I guess that brings into like the clone fans is if they only celebrate the 25-year marks. 2027 we're gonna have more clone troopers, and for all the people that want phase 1, phase 1 clones would be going into 2027, of course, and then 2030 really up in the air, man. Will that be you know, the same 2020 style? Or is my theory maybe going to be right, where by 2030 they're switching over, and the episode 3 sets, if they do celebrate that year, maybe they're going to be different style clone troopers. You know, one can hope, and hopefully they're better, hopefully they're not worse. But all right, that's everything for today's video, guys. I do have a video out on LifeBricks clips. I uploaded another episode today, about 8 minutes, talking over the Desert Skiff leak. Pretty good theory involving that. But yeah, leave your comments down below. What do you guys think about the anniversaries? Do you think we'll be getting a 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith next year? If so, tell me why, and if not, also tell me why. So I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys, and stay safe.